Okay, this is my mom, my dad, my 2 dogs, and my wife. Alright, well, my name is Blake Vickers, as my audience knows, but today I'm going to be talking to you about how we can make our job a platform for Christians to share what God values. And today I'm going to be personally giving an experience about how we can do this at AT&T in a business world, in the corporate world, either as an AT&T sales manager or a sales rep, and how we can bring what we do as Christians and make that job a platform and teach others what God values. I want to start off with a couple of statistics that I was done in my research. It says 45% of employees have witnessed misconduct. So that's almost half of other employees. So while this is down from 49% in 2009 and 55% in 2007, it's still remarkably high, and it justifies continued vigilance. Fully 34% of employees say their managers do not display ethical behavior. And it says that this will stay in effect through the organization, with the results that all employees are more likely to violate the code of ethics. And, I'm starting off with this because as in this world that we live in today, as Christians, we know that, even in businesses, especially a business like anything that's a big company, you see a lot of dishonest scales, and their morals and their standards are not the highest top as what Christians would think it should be, anyway, biblically. AT&T does a lot of things excellent, and there's a lot of honest people in there, but there's many people that are dishonest, especially in sales. There's many, even bosses to managers trying to just get their quota and meet that, and it's not biblical of how to get in there, and are being very dishonest with some of the things that they're doing. AT&T is the place where many people who need Jesus, whether it's coworkers, whether it's bosses, whether it's just your customers, it's people who, there's so many opportunities as either the manager or the reps who are Christians to be able to bring Jesus Christ to that platform, bring honesty, bring excellence to the table, and be that example, what really businesses need today. I've been working at AT&T for over a year and a half now. I've been at 2 different stores, so I've seen how people handle it. I've seen a lot of good things, I've seen a lot of bad things, and I learned a lot through this experience of how, as a Christian, that God would want to use me and to be able to show people, whether it's coworkers or the customers that I deal with on a daily basis, the values of what God actually values. I'm going to be talking, basically the first point is, again, how businesses in America, just how their morals and their ethics are not at that high standard biblically. Says that, again, there are also reports that more people, now at 13%, are feeling pressured to bend the rules or even break the law. And again, like I said earlier, fully 34% of employees said that their managers do not display ethical behavior. And as a manager, I feel like you need to really set a high bar there and set a high standard of what the company should look like, or the store should look like, because if the manager is being dishonest, it's showing a bad example of what the reps are going to do. Where you're the manager and you're being honest and you're having those morals, you're still going to have the other people that are not going to follow you and going to do their way, but it's going to be a lot less way to do it. And so, which brings me really to my second point of, AT&T is such a great company to work for. And being a Christian and having this opportunity to work in a place like this is a great opportunity from my Lord. And to start at this job, I had to go through 4 weeks of training, and then there's training constantly throughout the year. Every month there's new training that comes out because there's new products, new different systems coming out, new rate plans coming out, just a whole new things are coming. It's a very fast-paced environment. Everything's changing all the time, like I said. You're on your feet 95% of the time, talking with customers face to face. I think if you don't really necessarily like people, I don't think this is a job for you. But if you really have a heart for people and wanting to see life change, not just selling them cell phones or tablets or different electronics, but really wanting to have the opportunity to be able to witness to them, talk to them. It's almost like your own counseling session that you have with these customers. I think also it gives you the opportunity so many times that God, as in my own experience, being able to bring light to customers, being able to just walk with them and just as I'm dealing with their life and talking with them, I'm able to see, man, what God wants to say and do. AT&T is ranked number 12 out of Fortune 500 companies. They have 95.5 million customers, and they have over 266,000 employees, so it's a really big company to work for. As a Christian, it's a great place to be the leader and to set a great example for the glory of God. This brings me to my last point, and any person who can make a difference, whether, especially as a Christian, they can make a huge difference in this role as a manager, as a rep, setting that leadership example. God values human life. He values honesty. He values our love and compassion for others, and he values our attempts to communicate his gospel of forgiveness. He values all of that, and that's why it's so important as Christians to be this example for Jesus, to set the bar high, to be in that leadership role. And it is so many great examples that you can be able to bring just the light to a lost, to a dark place. Working here at AT&T, it really does, God gives you so many opportunities that you can be able to set this job as a platform to share God's value. So I just want to thank you for listening today.